Are you tired of having stacks of notebooks and stacks of random papers with charging cables coming out of them? Well, today we're talking all about the reMarkable 2 and how I used it to replace all of these and become slightly more organized. Welcome back to ADHD Agents. My name is Bill and I'm a realtor in Charleston, South Carolina with ADHD, and I am here to help all of you harness this power and become more successful in your business. And today we're talking about my new favorite thing. This is the reMarkable 2 tablet. No distractions, no text messages, emails, phone calls, FaceTimes, Facebook, anything, all right here, and it replaces all of these and then some. And don't forget to stick around until the end because I've got a way where you can save $40 off of one of these if you don't have it already. All right, so let's go through my reMarkable and how I have it set up. So I do have the case on it. It opens up just like this. This folds over, and then you have this nice little stylus. This is actually the upgraded stylus. The bottom part acts as an eraser. I don't think you really need it. I did just like it. It's a nice little touch. So here's how I have everything set up. So you create folders and notebooks. So on my folders, I started them as 01, 02, 03. Now, because of this, they will always stay in this order when it's alphabetical, so I will always know where they are. We're just going to go through a couple of them and how I have it set up. So I have my 01 is buyers, 02 is listings. I have my information that I use for YouTube on here. Any masterminds that I go to are going to be under here. The Sharon, if you're in Real Broker, you know who Sharon is. Any of his masterminds, I put right in there because I want to be able to access them pretty quickly. Now, when it's black, it means that there are notebooks within that folder. So I do have a couple here, like doodles and random. I haven't put anything in there, but I wanted a place where I could just dump stuff. If I'm distracted, I can just go in, draw a picture, or whatever I need to do. One thing that didn't go into a folder is my to-do list. And I made the front page just a big to-do so that I can see it right when I open this up. It is right there. And it's really easy to add on to this. I don't have anything on my to-do list right now, but then we add a page and it's right here. So let's say on my to-do list was to make this video. So I would go in and let's change our pen. So you go in here, you change the little pen, makes it a little easier. That, again, the eraser is just like that. So I would put in reMarkable 2 video, and then there's a little box over here. So when it's complete, I can just do that. So if you want to add a page, you just swipe, and then there's this little thing shows up, and you can add another page, do that, and it goes back, do that, and it goes back. Hit this little thing up here. This gives you all your options, and then this closes you out back to this. Now, let's say I am meeting with a new buyer, so I would go into buyers. I have all of my active buyers in here, as you can see. So you would go a new notebook for a new buyer. You can title it whatever you want. So we'll just come down here and we'll call it Buyer Test. I want the notebook cover to be the first page. I just started doing this and I really like it better. So when you create, now on this first page, you're going to put their name. You can do it as extravagant or whatever as you want. So I would use a bigger brush here with a thick line, and then we're going to go Buyer Test. Now what this is going to do, it's going to be just like that to-do list. So when we do go in, then it's going to be down here. I can see real big that that's the name, even though the name is a little below it. So we come in, we're going to go back to our pen here, and we're going to add a page. And in here is where we would go, their budget. Let's say their budget is 500,000. And the home is going to be 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And we'll just kind of stop there real quick. Now here is where I really love some things on here. So when you go into these options, one of my things is I always want to make sure like I have enough room to put stuff. So let's say you forgot to put something in. You can select this. I can actually select all of this and I can move it to wherever I want. And it goes right there and it's moved. So you can kind of see where it was in the background. Every once in a while the screen will flash and that'll go away. So don't worry. See, there it goes. Don't worry about that. But here is what saves me a lot of time is I don't like to transcribe this into my CRM. So what I will do is I'll come down here in this little export, convert notes to text. So when you do that, that really didn't work. So let me try this again. I'm gonna write this all over again. I'm gonna go budget equals 500,000. Let's just do 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I don't know why that didn't work, but that made me nervous because it's worked every other time. So there we go. Budget, 500,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So now what I can do is I can go in and on my computer, this is going to sync to my computer, and I can just copy this and paste this into the notes in my CRM. So any notes that I take, I can convert straight to text, and then on my computer, just copy and paste it. And that's one less step that I have to go through to get things into my CRM, because that had been my biggest downfall. Is like I would call a client or a customer, I would have a notebook, so I would have a sheet of paper with all these notes on it, but then when it came to taking those notes and typing them over into the CRM, that was just a taxing thing for me, and I didn't want to do it because it took too much time and it just wasn't entertaining for me. So now I can just take this, I can copy it, I can paste it, I can do everything that I need to do there. So then this brings up your options here, and then we'll close it out. And then when you do start that new notebook, another thing you can do is there's all the templates here. These are the last templates that you used. I like the one with the dots on it as opposed to lines. These are my ones that I use more often than not. But then when you go to view all, you do have all of these here. The creative is if you want to just like draw, there's guitar tabs and sheet music and perspective. Kind of neat, or just a blank one. Grids are just going to give you your general grids, whether it's squares, dots, or hexagons. Life/organize, this is going to give you your weekly planners, your day planners. One of the things I like to do if I'm doing a day planner is to use the 4 storyboards here, because then you have these big squares at the top and then under it. So it separates it into 4 categories. So if I have emails that I'm going to write, and instead of just writing email, like I'll just doodle a little like, here's this, and then here's my emails, maybe, these are the phone calls I need to make. Maybe I have to do a video. So we do a little video camera, and then I just make my checks under here. To me, having it visual like this actually helps me see, I can see exactly what it is. And it separates it into the 4 different quadrants. If you have more, then you just add another page and do what you need to on there. You could even separate these into like must do, can do, and tomorrow. So now you've got everything organized as to what needs to be finished today, what should be finished today. If you get to it, you get to it. If not, then it goes into a must or a can do on the next day for that to-do list. So you have a lot of options on here, but the best thing, there are no distractions on here. This will never ring. This will never have other apps or games for you to play. You just go on here and it is a notebook. So there's my review of the reMarkable 2. This has changed my life because, as you can see, it is super thin. It's easy to carry around. It's very light. The pen doesn't even take batteries. It works off of a magnet. So you have these little inserts here. They last apparently quite some time. It comes with a bunch of them. So you don't even have to worry about charging this like you do on the iPad. But then on the iPad, you're constantly getting email notifications and distractions on there. This feels like you're writing on paper. This has changed my life. I think this is the best tool for someone with ADHD, not just in real estate, but in business. It is an investment. It was not very cheap. However, the amount of work that it has saved me and the amount of distractions that it has saved me from is invaluable. So there you have it, folks. That is my review and overview of the reMarkable 2 and how I use it for my real estate business. Now, I know everything I'm doing could be a little bit better, so let me know down in the comments if you have one. What are you doing different than me? And how you set it up. Like, let's all learn from each other. There's a different system for everyone. Our brains are all different. So let's help everybody figure out their own systems. And if you found value in this, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.